Hello, this is Aviation Blue Tech. Today I'm gonna be reviewing these five models. I got two Aero Classics, two Gemini Jets, and one NG model. I also have more models I gotta review, but I get to those probably either later on this week or in a couple of weeks. Also, I did a review of the new Gemini Jets terminal. I'm gonna link that video on the description below. And also, I have a couple of more in-depth videos on that same Gemini Jets terminal that will be coming out shortly. But without any further delay, let's get this video review started. The first model we got here is the Aero Classics Airbus A319 from Alaska. Registration number is November 530 Victor Alpha. This aircraft was originally delivered in November 2008. The configuration is 8 business class and 110 regular coach. It is powered by two CFM 56. So as far as the model, this is a model that I've been waiting for a long time. As you guys know, I do the LAX airport updates, and I'm glad this one came out. I was gonna get the Virgin 319 and the Virgin colors, but I'm glad this one came out. So I'll be able to show this on my LAX updates. So as far as the model itself, it is a beautiful model. The typical Aero Classics engines are up to scale. The landing gears, no issues. Just the usual lack of aerials, no antennas, anything like that. But the colors are very beautiful, and it is a beautiful model. And so, as far as the model itself, besides the lack of aerials, everything else came out good. So I would give this one a 9.0. So I highly recommend getting this model. Next, we got the Aero Classics Aer Lingus Airbus A320. Registration number is Echo India Charlie Victor Alpha. This aircraft, it's powered by two CF56. It was delivered in June 2000 and is configured to 174 coach seats. Same thing, nothing very similar to the Alaska. They did a good job with the airplane engines, of course, up to scale. The new paint job, Aero Lingus. So the model, it's great. As far as the my only concern on this has nothing to do with the model, but just the Aer Lingus. I think I mentioned it on the Airbus 330 for Phoenix that came out. Is they should have done the font on Aer Lingus a lot bigger than that. This is more like a 90s, early 2000s livery. Now all the airlines have the livery with pretty big fonts, so I was surprised they went to that small font. So hopefully, something takes a look at that and hopefully makes it bigger. So that's my only issue which has nothing to do with the model Aero Classic. So this one I also give 9.0. Next, we have the United 737-800. Registration is November 14237. This aircraft was originally delivered in September 1999. It is powered by two CFM 56 engines. It is configured with 16 business class seats and 144 coach seats. This one was very hard. I know that you guys had a hard time getting this the first release. Those models were going anywhere between 60 and $80. They were so hard to get. So I'm glad that Gemini finally came out with this new release. But as far as I didn't see any difference from that first release that came out. But as far as with this one, the only thing I have is the only issue is this one. I don't like the way the wing came out. Take a look. I'll show you guys. Let me see. As you can see, it's crooked. The right wing is pointing up, so that's an issue that I have. It's probably just this model itself, so I'm not very happy with that. So other than that, everything else is good. But because of that, I have to get this one, particularly 7.5. So hopefully, if I get another model, it won't come. It'll come out with the wings attached correctly. Not sure if I'm gonna try to detach it and try to glue it back up. But anyway, that's enough with this model. So again, I give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Next, we have the United 767-300 from United Airlines. Registration is November 676 Uniform Alpha. This aircraft was originally delivered in April 2001. It is powered by two Pratt & Whitney 4000 engines. Configuration of the seats is 30 business class and 184 coach seats. Again, this was another model that I'm glad they finally released the second version of it. It is an improvement. I'm not sure. I think the first one didn't have the antenna in the back, and this one has no defects at all. So I'm very happy with this one. So I'll give you guys a look around. So this was also a very hard model to get. I highly recommend this one. I'm not sure how long United. I didn't see how long they're gonna keep these models, but if you get a chance to buy one, I would definitely get one. It is a beautiful model. So this one I actually highly recommend it, and I do give this one a 9.5. It is they did a really good job with it. Have no defects whatsoever. So I definitely highly recommend this one. So the final model that we have today to review is the United 757-200 from NG. Registration is November 17128. This aircraft was originally delivered in March of 1998 with a configuration of 16 business class seats and 159 coach seats. It is powered by two RB211 engines. On October 2010, it was reconfigured to 16 business class seats and 153 coach seats. So as far as the model NG, I have the Aero Lingus model from MG, and also I do have the DHL models. So my only concern with this model, everything is great. It has aerials, it has some detailing, and the landing gears are all great. The only issue that I have with this model and my other models that I have now, I have to be fair because I have brought this up on the Gemini Jets on the Airbus 320 with the engines being so ridiculous big. On this one, it's not as bad, but the engines are, I believe they're about 10% too small. So I'm not trying to nitpick the model, but I just want to give you guys an honest opinion. If you could look at the intake of these fans, now I have worked on the RB211s, and those are too small for this aircraft. Should be, as far as the length is right, but the actual circumference of the engine, it should be bigger. So it's not as bad as the way the Airbus A320 looks, but it's something that I have to bring up. So because of that, that is my only issue, and it is not as bad as the Gemini Jets Airbus A320. I gotta take a couple of points, so I give this one an 8 out of 10. Other than that, everything else is great. So I will recommend getting this model if you can't get the Gemini Jets. But if I had a choice, I would definitely get the Gemini Jets version. Well, this concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, take care.